Assalamu alaikum, my name is Hamna Mumtaz and I am from BBA 6A. So today we are going to interview one of the honorable personalities of the Department of Management Sciences, the head of department, Dr. Azizullah Sayal. Sir, kindly introduce yourself.
Thank you very much. My name is Azizullah Sayal, and I am well known to be as a Sayal here. I have been serving in this institute for the last 20 years, and currently I am head of the Department of Management Sciences Department.
What would you consider as your best leadership characteristics?
Leadership characteristics. Actually, the currently job what I am doing over here is considered to be as a boss, but I don't believe in the bossship. There's a difference between those. But nowadays, I think it's a smart management concept.
Yes.
The leader and the boss has become the one and the same thing. I think leader is not that who just rules over the people, but I think leader is that who rules over the herds of the people. So the boss says that go, whereas the leader says let's go.
Very
So
well
I think these are the best characteristics in my mind.
Very well said. Sir, can you explain how you go about prioritizing your tasks?
Yes, prioritizing. Basically, I will tell you, being a teacher and administrator as well, the first and the foremost thing is that, in my opinion, I think being a head of the Department of Management Science Department, I will say my first and the foremost priority should be the students and my staff, keeping in view the objectives of my organization and the cause of the nation.
Sir, describe a plan that you implemented but it failed. And what did you learn from it?
Actually, the failure and success is a relative term.
Yes.
So concretely, we cannot say that concrete. But so far, fortunately, I have been successful. But one thing, what you have asked the question that how you will describe the failure, the reason of that.
Yes.
So at the conclusion, I will say the failure and the success in both conditions, I will say nobody is indispensable in the world.
Yes. Sir, what are the most important qualities department's employees should have?
Yes, it's a very good question. Implies. Basically, I have the concept of the smart management. The two most important things is very important. One thing is for the employee and for the staff. They should have rather. One is the sense of ownership, and another is to quitting of the concept of the wrong perception about the organization, about the management, about the surrounding, whatever the perception. So I think the best qualities should be in my staff. One is the positive and good perception,
Yes.
and another is sense of ownership.
What is something a teacher should change outside the classroom and to improve learning? What do you think?
Yes, of course. I think it depends upon the teacher. The philosophy of teaching varies from teacher to teacher. But being a teacher, I'm also a teacher, so that's why what I can say. So I will give you the statement based on my own experiences that I have made. So I can say nowadays, the students have got very much impression from the foreign countries,
Yes.
movies, dramas, and the
Yes.
culture as well. So I think the teacher is that platform where teacher can inculcate that in the minds of the students to revive their own culture. One thing. Another thing is, I think they should be loyal to by themselves. How the students can make themselves understand that what is the right of one student upon himself, upon the parents, and what is the right of the nation upon the students. These kind of things, if the teacher should bring in the mind of the students, it will be very good.
What do you think are some of the challenges that today's students especially face and how we should address them?
It's a very good question. I often discuss in the class as well. Nowadays, you can see if you have the example of any student who will have a mobile and they have a various mode of communication.
Yes.
For example, the Facebook, Messenger, Viber, the Insta, and the WhatsApp, whatsoever.
Yes.
And in every WhatsApp mode of communication, they have more than 1,000 friends but still they feel the loneliness. This is the basic and fundamental thing. They cannot share. They people do not have the trust upon anybody. So that's why they should have a very good strong bond with their families to share with their parents, mother, father. This is the big challenge for the society and for these students. Another is not to adopt the borrowed culture of the India or any other social medium. These are the more challenges I think we should address.
Do you think there are any long-standing traditions that we should abolish by now?
Yes. I think long standing for the last 20 years, I have been teaching to these students of the concerts and as well. My own experience is of 24 or 25 years. But you talked about the long standing tradition, what is prevailing in the classes and the
Yes,
students.
in
That is,
education,
of course, that
yes.
clicked in my mind often. One thing is the most of the students still they are very, they feel shyness
Yes.
for to come forward and to talk in the communities people. One thing, another thing is whenever they are taught by some theory or the formula or the theorem, they do not see around themselves, and they what is being called as it is, that is called rata system.
Yes.
So that this is the main traditional thing still people student adopt. So it depends upon the teacher to change dynamically this kind of the practice students exhibit.
Yes, we should bring more practical
More
learning.
practical around.
Yes, exactly. What do you like most about your work?
We're talking about the liking. You're asking about my liking in the work?
Yes.
Yes. Fortunately or unfortunately, I won't say, because I have been on the administrative positions in the university as well. But if
Okay.
I say you personally speaking, and frankly, then I love teaching. So I like teaching.
Sir, speaking about you, how does your job affect your lifestyle?
Yeah, this is also a very essential question, I think, say. When you take the responsibility of more than 100 and 200 staff people and more than 1,000, 3,000 students, so at that time you have to sacrifice your family life, you have to sacrifice your social life. One has to dedicate him or herself towards the job to take care of the people who are in your domain. So that's why you have to sacrifice for your personal social life and the family time as. So of course it affected, but just for the larger cause we have to accept it.
That is. If you could do it all over again, so would you choose the same path like it is now?
Same path, management. Management is a dynamic thing,
Yes.
and it is a relative term. With the passage of time, you have to face and you have to practice the different theories and different situations. So it depends about the situations. So if the same situation, the same parameters comes across to me, and if I have got a very good success in my past experience, then definitely I will apply. But I think it's a dynamic process. Management is a dynamic process.
Yes.
So you can have a very good result, a scientific based result, a solid and complete result with the innovation and discovery of the new things and applying of the new things.
Kindly highlight some major skills that your faculty has.
The faculty of management sciences department,
Yes.
no doubt. I'm fortunate to have uh, this type of diversified and dynamic flock in my department.
Indeed.
And definitely the students of BBA and these concerts, Abbottabad, would have experienced and seeing and looking many events in which in every event you will see that the faculty and the staff members of the management science department are contributing and shouldering to the management of the central management of the concerts. So they are very dedicated. There are some researchers. There are very good projects holder. There are very good teachers. There are very good manager. There are very good event managers. So I think I am lucky to have this kind of the faculty.
Right. So what is your definition of success?
Success. I think before that, definitely you're a young chap, so I will also suggest you as well.
Yes.
And definitely this is a message that will be disseminated to the students as well.
Exactly.
So one way or the other, I am taking this opportunity to communicate this kind of the message to my student as well. Success is, remember all the time that there is the happiness and the pleasures. Success is always mired by the people. by the people. If you have got the degree of matric, degree of intermediate, degree of graduation, PhD, awards, gold medal, these all will be made by the society and by the other people. The other thing is that is a pleasure and happiness. So I think I will stress the student to chase your happiness and the pleasures instead of more. Success is also a very considerable thing, but still in such a way, not at the cost of pleasure or the happiness. So I will say the success is that thing which is measured by another party, by the third party, by the people, by the society. Whereas the pleasure and the happiness is measured by yourself.
Informally اگر اپنے اسٹوڈنٹس کو اپنی فیکلٹی کو کوئی میسج دینا چاہیں.
So I think I should come on the mode of Urdu. بالکل ٹھیک ہے. بالکل میں اپنے اسٹوڈنٹس کو ویسے تو آف اینڈ آن میں دیتا رہتا ہوں، لیکن میرا میسج اسٹوڈنٹس کا یہ ہے کہ یہ جو بچیاں ہیں یا بچے ہیں یہ کوشش کریں کہ ایک تو اپنے لائل ہوں، پھر اس کے بعد پیرنٹس کے لائل ہوں، پھر آرگنائزیشن کے لائل ہوں، ادارے کے لائل ہوں، اور پھر اپنے کنٹری کے لائل ہوں. گوسپس پہ نہ جائیں ایک دوسرے کے ساتھ. ایسے جس طرح ایک بچی کا گھر میں بھائی کے ساتھ تعلق ہے اور ایک بچے کا گھر میں بہن کے ساتھ تعلق ہے، ان کا یہاں آپس میں تعلق ایسا ہونا چاہیے. اور جہاں تک ان اسٹوڈنٹس کا ٹیچر کے ساتھ تعلق ہے وہ بھی ایسا ہونا چاہیے جیسا ان کے گھر میں پیرنٹس کے ساتھ ہے. اور وہ کسی بھی چیز کو اپنے اوپر اٹیک نہ سمجھیں یا اپنے اوپر کسی پنش کی صورت میں نہ سمجھیں. جب بھی کوئی ٹیچر کوئی بات کرتا ہے کسی بچے یا بچی کو تو اسٹوڈنٹس کو میں ٹالرنس کا تھوڑا سا فقدان ہے. یہ میں دینا چاہ رہا تھا کہ ایک پرسیو نہ کر لیا کریں بغیر دیکھے. کہتے ہیں نا کہ سین از دا بلیوڈ. تو وہ ان کو یہ چاہیے کہ کوئی بھی کسی چیز کو ایسے بلائنڈلی وہ بلیو نہ کریں ان پہ، وہ پرسیو پازیٹیو کریں اور اپنے اندر ٹالرنس کا جذبہ پیدا کریں اور ایک دوسرے کی عزت کا، سیکریفائس کا، کمٹمنٹ کا، ڈیڈیکیشن کا، پنکچولیٹی کا اس کو سیکھیں. یہ آج نہیں سیکھیں گے تو کل بعد میں ان کے لیے تکلیف ہوگا. یہ وہ دن ہے، یہ وہ ٹائم ہے، یہ جو ابھی بچی کے لیے، کل بچی نے بہت سے مقامات پر بہت سی جگہوں پہ مختلف رولز پلے کرنے ہیں، لڑکے نے بھی بڑے رولز پلے کرنے ہیں. تو ان کے لیے یہ ایک جو درسگاہ ہے، یہ جو جگہ ہے، یہ ایک ایسی جگہ ہے جہاں ان کو ٹریننگ ملتی ہے. ہم ٹریننگ میں یہ لرن کریں، صرف موبائل یا پیزا یا پالٹیز یا اس قسم کی چیزوں کے علاوہ بھی یہ بہت سی چیزیں لرن کریں. ہم یہ چاہتے ہیں کہ اکراس دا کلچر پیپل ملتے ہیں، بچے ملتے ہیں، ایک دوسرے کی سائیکی کو جانتے ہیں، دوست ملتے ہیں. تو یہ وہ بھی لرن کریں اپنے کلاسیکل جو ٹریڈیشن ہے، جو کلچر ہے، جو اسلامک کلچر ہے، جو ہمارا اپنے مسلم کلچر ہے، جو علاقے کا کلچر ہے، اس کو اڈاپٹ کرنا چاہیے انسٹیڈ کہ یہ بارو کریں باہر کا. بس یہ میرا مین میسج ہے.
تھینک یو سو مچ سر.